Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin, right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael. I will be your dungeon master for the evening. I don't know if Razanak's watching, but Razanak got me these shirts. So.
Yeah, it's got every class icon on there.
Yeah, it's got all the class icons on it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So welcome everybody. I want to do a quick shout out to our sponsors, Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games, for all their support. If you type in !CCG or !Little Dragon in our Twitch chat, there they are. You can click on those quick links that take you to their websites, and you can purchase some awesome RPG related gear and other merchandise. Don't forget, when you visit Little Dragon Corp, you can use the coupon code BONUS at checkout and get 15% off of your order. So make sure you check them out at some point tonight. So, good to see you, Beyond. How are you this evening? I saw St. Andrew's in with us tonight. Welcome, St. Andrew.
We also got Nikki Rain.
Nikki Rain is hanging out with us. Hey, Nikki.
It's a party.
Oh, yeah, got everybody tuning in tonight, hanging out. That's great. Quick announcement. I know Wild Beyond the Witchlight is going to be off this week, so there will not be a Thursday night stream, but we will be back on for Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk this Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So make plans to come hang out with us. We got really cool, crazy stuff going on during that campaign, and it's even going to get crazier, so you want to make sure you tune in. Sorry, Matthew. Spoilers.
I'm used to it with you at this point. Oh, near-death experience? Okay. Oh, same thing on Friday? Okay.
That's it. Can you handle 2 times a week?
Oh, I barely survived Friday. Great. Oh, it's Monday. Crap, I'm dying and I'm alone.
Yeah. We picked up halfway through a combat encounter on Friday. Now we pick up halfway through a combat encounter on Monday. Well, here we go. We're going to just chime right back in as a group of us, group of the party here. They were in a combat encounter here in Three Moons Vault. They stopped this ritual from taking place, and they had a great plan in place, a great idea. But then as the ritual was ended, so did the platform that everybody was standing on, and they came crashing onto the... Well, yeah, one person. so it kind of split the party in all sorts of directions, and left a couple of our individuals in a situation where they were kind of all alone with a lot of bad guys. So I'm going to see how things pan out for our group here. And I'm going to go ahead and get us back into our encounter. And to kick off, before we just introduced a new foe. So I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative for this new foe and see what happens as a strange dragon appeared, blasting out of some kind of radiant light in the sky. Some kind of portal opened up, and this dragon appeared. Seemed to be very unhappy with Teremini and her lack of being able to control and hold on to this ritual. Oh, are you kidding me? That's not a good initiative. But there are a couple others that I have to roll initiative for, because I forgot that there are some guards out here that I'm going to group initiative them onto the initiative chart too, because they're about to do something as well. We're going to do the descending order and try to make sure I break the ties currently. Hazel, you're supposed to go in front of Guardian 2. There's our good friend the Death Wolf. And all these Guardians that have 0 initiative. That is sad. Alright, Forrest, you are still upstairs, locked in single combat with the Death Wolf. What would you like to do?
Well, probably just gotta hit it with my sword again.
Okay.
believe I had the vow on him, right? That's what the skull mark is.
That is what that is. Yes, you have got a vow on him, so you will have advantage.
I mean, that's one way to start it off.
Yeah, that's a good way to start it with green numbers. Critical hit.
So that's 57 damage.
57.
So got a few more things to add on to this.
I think you set it to radiant, right? You were hitting him with radiant damage. Got it. 57 points of damage. Still up, but looking very rough.
That's 5 more from Life Drinker.
5 more from Life Drinker. Oh, I just deleted him. That's a good thing because he would have died anyway.
23 from Spirit Shroud.
Yeah. So with that, you lop the head off of this undead death wolf, and the skull is like just gripping and just trying to hold on to whatever flesh was left on this werewolf. As it hits the ground, it just splats there beside its body. The rest of its body stands there for like an awkward second or two, and then it topples to the ground over to the side as you're just standing there with the Sword of Kos, ready to strike again. What would you like to do? Hey, Tag Fitty, good to see you.
So there's... I'm actually in the big platform up top, right? So if I go over to this edge, I can see out into the courtyard?
You can, yeah.
You can fly!
Can't fly, necessarily.
Jump!
Drink a Red Bull, give you wings.
Orcon shouts jump from down below.
I mean, I can see them swarming Orcon from where I am, so...
Well, I'm also flying above them a little ways, too. So.
You actually saw, like kind of like in the X-Men, like the giant sentinels blasting things out of their hands. Like, you saw the lasers, like, flying out of these guys towards him. It's like shooting fireworks up into the sky.
God, what's the best thing to do here?
So many decisions.
It's a question. Because I do have Misty Step. If I jump, can I Misty Step before I hit the ground?
Misty Step is technically a bonus action?
Yes.
So it's not really a reaction.
Mm.
You could Misty Step and then fall the rest of the way and reduce your fall damage.
That's only so much, though. What else can I do as a bonus action?
Technically, this part right here is a little, like, over here is a little bit less than falling all the way down here.
It's not quite 100 feet.
Not quite 100
If I
feet.
jump for the walkway.
You could, if you Misty Step in that direction and then fall, you would reduce your fall by, it'd be like 50 feet. So it'd only be like a 50-foot fall over on that side.
Or if I, like, Misty Step diagonally down towards it, you mean? Like...
Yeah, kind of like over in that direction's where Hazel is, and you land on that part, it won't do as much damage.
And it's worth a thought, because otherwise how am I getting there in time?
Got a rope?
Yeah, you could Tarzan
Yeah, but
this.
even that still takes a while.
I could have done that.
Did your rope just sink into your brain?
Yep.
Next time.
Note to self, buy more rope. For next time.
You're trying to Misty Step to Orcon and try to land on me.
I think that just ends with both of us falling to the ground.
Instead of toss me, catch me.
And then you get crushed under Forrest's armor.
No.
That's a good point, too. He's a little chunky.
All right, Forrest, what would you like to do?
Checking a couple things. Yeah, I guess I will. I'll Misty step towards where Hazel is.
Okay.
Fall the rest of the way.
So, teleports out of the edge, and Misty steps 30 feet diagonally down. 30 feet, right? Or is it 60 feet?
It's 30 for them.
30 for you. So 30 over, and then you fall the 50 down to this platform at the top. So you definitely don't take, because it's 20 up and plus the 30 that you went down. So you only take, it'd be 5d6 falling
less than
damage.
10, to be fair.
Oh yeah, a lot less than 10. So 5d6 is only 15 bludgeoning damage. And you fall prone right over here next to Hazel.
Goes up in my movement to stand up.
Okay. Hazel's like running up the steps, looking behind her, watching the chasing sentinels, and all of a sudden, clang, clang, here's Forrest like disappearing out of the air. Excellent. And then Forrest stands up, kind of brushes himself off a bit. And I think
Not as far as it looks.
He's just staring at him like,
that was amazing.
That'll be my turn.
Excellent. Selena, you are up. Basically,
Selena's just gonna keep running.
Yeah, it'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So, like, if you're running in that direction, you can get here, and then Odd is chasing behind you, is gonna just use his cantrip Gust, and just gust you an extra 5 feet. So basically it shoves you out the door, and you get to here. So that's your location right now. So you should be able to see at that point. You can see Forrest, you can see Hazel. You wouldn't be able to see everything going on down here just yet, because down here is, well, it's 20 foot down, and right now you're kind of in a little kind of end of the hallway, kind of, there's a wall there, so it's blocking you.
The secret,
Like
not
the
the
magic she
secret.
makes out the door, just in time to see me slam into the ground.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh crap! I gotta move. I'm gonna take my dash action.
It seems Forrest found a very quick way down.
What did you do? So that would be 30 for my dash.
Now you
And then
definitely have clear view, clear line of sight of everything that's taking place.
And she'll end her turn there. So there's not really
Odd.
anything she can do after that, but
Odd used his cantrip Gust as his action, so he's going to kind of stay put to where he's just kind of continuing to run behind you as much as he can. He will inspire you, Selena.
okay.
So you get a D8 inspiration that you can use on any one of your upcoming rolls.
Okay.
Selena, have you already used your action surge?
I did not, but from what it sounded like, there was a lot of enemies, so I'm hanging on to that one for now.
Gonna hang on to it? Okay.
Yeah.
See if I can find. Oh, interesting. I forgot that. So Bardic Inspiration. Okay, I got that marked off. You're inspired, and Orcon. Flying in the
Okay.
air. What would you like to do?
So we were told that Termini is the big bad in this. Seems like the dragon isn't happy with her, might be on our side. So I'm going to fly forward a little bit. And basically, as I'm moving up this way, right as I'm getting to the point that I'm going to lose, I'm almost going to lose sight on Termini, I'm going to use my bonus action to try and pull her 5 feet closer to me and back into the storm.
Very, very good. Okay.
And that is it's a strength save. I think.
Strength save?
Yeah, strength saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. And that is a... So she needs a 17.
Rolled a
I was gonna say it was
17. Yep.
She does
That's surprising for a mage to be able to roll that high on a strength save.
Is the... Go on, look at it real quick.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, I misdid the math. The DC it says is an 18, so she fails.
8 plus your charisma modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
It's
Yeah.
Here's what it's. I pull it up and I tried to place a bonus action, strength save, DC 18.
Look at that. Okay, so that will fail. And she
yeah,
has a
'cause
plus
that-
0, so she rolled a 17. I'm gonna try to expend one of my DM rerolls
Okay.
and see if I can do better. So I'm gonna take one of those off of the board, and let's see if I can do better than rolling a 17. I rolled the exact same. So she is pulled into the storm
Yep.
with your telekinetic shove.
And that. So she is now blinded and deafened. And because she entered the spell's area for the first time, she takes the damage again.
Well, for the first time?
Yep, so let me...
First time each turn.
First time each turn, yeah.
Each turn. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. When the
Okay.
storm appears, or blah, blah, blah. A creature also makes a save when it enters this area's turn for the first time on a turn, or ends its turn there.
Got it. All right. Yeah, so you can go ahead and fire up some damage for her.
Okay, so that is 18 radiant and 11 thunder.
18 radiant and 11 thunder. Got it. She is not looking very good. Well,
Yeah,
from what you can see.
20.
She's now in a terrible radiant storm over there.
I'm gonna go 25, 30, and then I still have my action. So seeing these guardians chasing after Hazel, I'm gonna fire off a couple of Eldritch Blasts at Guardian number 5.
Are you number 5? You got it. Sure.
1, 2, and 3.
Let's go through them one by one, because this guardian didn't look too healthy. Definitely looked
Okay.
bloodied and like parts of the metal are cracking. So the first one is definitely a hit. You can go ahead and roll your damage in the first.
That's a total of 13, 8 force and 5 thunder.
13. It is still up, so the second one will also strike it. So you can roll damage again.
Ooh, 14 force.
14. It is barely still standing. So go ahead and roll your damage for that last one.
And 11 for the last one.
And with that impact, it just kind of crumples and falls into pieces of metal upon the steps. And it's destroyed.
Okay, that'll end my turn.
Good turn, Orcon. Whew.
Hope it
So it's
keeps
the
her busy.
start of Teremini's turn. She's blinded and deafened. That's not good for a mage. But she knows she was just out of this thing. So she's just going to... Oh, actually, you know what? She's concentrating on fly. So I need to make a check. That'd be a save. Oh, boy.
Ow.
Oh, boy. I'm gonna expend another DM reroll. See if I can
Right,
do
she
any
doesn't wanna
better.
Fall to the ground.
I don't think she wants
Not
to
that bad.
fall. I don't think she. I think she's. I think I said she was like 40 feet up last time.
Yeah. She
That's
took off like
4d6.
straight up.
Yeah, I don't want to do 4d6 damage. Let's try that again. Ah, the fates have saved her. The DM rerolls are finally coming through. Oh,
Okay,
thank
well,
you,
another one.
Beyond, and Beyond has gifted me another one to replace that one. Thank you, Beyond. I appreciate that. So, Termini flies back out of the storm, and in a panic is going to fly up a little bit higher and farther away from the dragon, but still keeping view on the dragon. And you can see Termini actually looks towards the dragon, looks like kind of like in fear of this creature. And you can see that as she is flying backwards, her arms begin to spark with electrical energy, and the electrical energy kind of zaps in between her hands, and then from her shoulders down, the lightning kind of clings and crawls down her arms and flies off of her fingertips as she casts a lightning bolt across the battlefield towards the dragon. She's gonna fire this off. Oof. This is the level 7 version. The dragon needs to make a dexterity saving throw. And fails. Taking 43 lightning damage. As you see lightning just zap into the dragon and just radiate and crawl all over its body as it's flying, and it leaves out this terrible roar of pain in the process. Minus 43. And Remini just continues moving her movements. She was right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30, 35, 40. And she's just flying way over here next to this white tower. Hazel, that brings us up to you.
Okay, my plans have changed in the last 5 seconds. Please hold. Oh god. Okay, she's too far for what I want. Okay. Okay. I don't know what to do. So I was gonna be a pain in the butt, but God, what can I even do right now?
Those guardians giving chase to you look very badly damaged.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what's worth it at this point, and what I have that reaches them is the other problem. Alright, let's see. I am... Just want to make sure I'm reading the spell really quick to make sure I read it right.
Sure.
Doo, doo, doo. See, it's not worth it because no one else is near it. Dang nabbit. All my plans change. I hate that so much.
Yes, chat is hell-bent on initiating chaos tonight.
Right, well, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the one thought I had before. And I'm gonna pull out my wind fan that I have. It's one of like the silly items I bought a while back.
Silly items? There's no such thing as silly items in D&D.
Hazel bought it because it was pretty, not because she knew what it did. So it's a real problem. And I will pointing it at the guardian / down these stairs so that nothing can hopefully come up.
Okay.
I will cast Gust of Wind because I'm using the item. It's a strength 13 save.
Okay. For
So,
Guardian 6 right there at the bottom of the steps?
It's just, I'm pointing it straight down the stairs.
You said strength was the save?
Yeah. Okay, so he makes it. So
18 does make the save.
So he's not pushed, but that says any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves when coming closer to me.
So basically, it's difficult
slow
terrain
down.
now. It's got to fight.
Yeah,
the wind,
coming up the steps, and it's concentration for a minute down the stairs.
And it's a wand that you have?
No, it's the fan.
Oh, the
And I
fan.
cast
Oh,
Gust of
yeah,
Wind
yeah.
with it.
Okay. Sweet.
So he doesn't go flying, but it will slow them down
Awesome.
as my friends are all converging.
Yeah, good idea.
I can't reach
That's a
the
hell of
fan.
an idea.
That's a great idea. It's like, I mean, they have to climb the steps to get to you. Now they got to go through a wind tunnel.
Yeah, basically coming out of the New York City subway in winter, wind tunnel.
Very cool.
And that's my turn, because I a lot of my spells will not hurt these guys as much, and so I'm just trying to keep them away from me at this point.
Got it. Good move.
And then because I am afraid, and I can move like that wind tunnel doesn't move with me. It's just from there, I think.
Does it originate from the fan? Like, would it come from the fan?
Yeah, actually, let me double check that really quick. A
Yeah,
strong line of
if you move,
strong-
it might.
wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blast from any direction you choose for the spell's duration. So blast from me. Okay, so then I'll just stay there.
Okay.
We'll just
Gotcha.
keep me there just in case. But I'm looking at Forrest going, I know you just fell. Help. and
I've got an idea.
And then, as Forrest says, I've got an idea, because he just fell. I'm gonna tap him and use my Fey energy healing pool. Just a little bit, because he just dropped out of the sky, as far as I know. He gets 7 hit points and 2 temp hit points. So I used 2 dice.
Oh, look at that.
You get a
A
little
little
boost.
bit of healing.
Sorry,
bit
you
of a
fell from the sky, friend.
Yeah.
Help. That's it.
Definitely removes a few of those bruises from slamming into the ground.
Yeah, that's the thought. I only roll well to other Fae when I roll that.
Hey,
It doesn't
thanks
work
That's
on
for
you.
the
perfectly
follow,
average.
Potato Place Gaming. Thank you for the follow. What a name. I enjoy that. Potato Place.
Now I'm hungry. Now I want
Yeah,
potatoes. man.
yeah, I'm hungry. That's,
We have the
Rice
wrong-
bakes and makes cheese and bacon.
that's right. Gosh.
Don't make me hungry,
I have to
okay?
take an early break tonight.
Snack time.
All right. We go to Guardian number 2. Now, last time, I believe, all the Guardians expended their abilities to be able to blast you guys with radiant light. So I have to roll to see if it recharges. 5 or a 6. It does recharge its ability to blast people. So it's going to move this direction a little bit closer to Orcon and blast Orcon with a radiant beam. So here we go with the well, where is it at? Is it the moonlight? Well, no, it's not. It can't be it. I guess it's Moonlight Blast. Let me see. Oh, it's a saving throw. Dexterity save for me there, Orcon. I forgot.
Quick save, okay.
Oh yeah.
20.
Yes. So you're only going to take half the damage, which is 5d8s. So let me go ahead and roll that 5d8. You're going to take half of this. So you're going to take 10 points of radiant damage from the blast from the Guardian 2. It's going to keep its focus in your direction and end its turn. Oh, wow. Look at that 20 on your concentration check.
Con save, yep.
Here you go. All right. That's where I recognize the name. We raided that group. I knew I recognized that name. I was like, that sounds like a group I would raid. So this veteran that you guys can't really see because they're like hidden back here on this lookout, who have started to witness all this chaos taking place, you hear a horn sound. pretty much putting this whole place now on alert. Orcon, even though you're being like blasted right now and things are kind of looking pretty hectic over in your direction, you can kind of hear commotion coming from the western side of the complex, over by where you guys noticed those dragon-like humanoids that were camping out over on the side. You know that it probably would take them quite a bit of time to get to your location, so you're not in any like immediate danger, but if you linger too long, you might have to deal with an entire army of dragon humanoids on the outside. And that went the veteran's turn, bring us to Guardian number 5. Guardian number 5 was destroyed, I believe.
Looks that
Oh yeah,
way.
that's the one I blew up. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably because he rolled initiative upstairs, and that's why he's still in the initiative order, so I'll take him off. Veteran 2 was with Veteran 1, and in the first round, all they were doing was kind of moving and blowing the horn to warn the rest. So Guardian 3 is the next to go, and Guardian 3 needs to roll to see if recharges the blast. A 6. It does. So it looks right up to Orcon and blasts Orcon again!
Oh, Orcon's having a great time up there.
Yes, he is.
What the hell, man?
Dexterity save.
16.
16 is good. You are fine. Oh, well, you take half damage. You take, oh, this time's better.
Jesus.
15 radiant damage from the blast. You're able to fly your way out of the major impact, but you definitely get a little bit of a singe there from the radiant energy. And that guardian just kind of moves a little bit closer to you to like look like kind of straight up towards you, blasting you with radiant energy. And we will move on. Oh, Death Wolf is dead. We can take him off the initiative order. The dragon's turn. Let's see what the dragon does. The dragon's fly speed is 80 feet. Was a little bit above, so it's going to zoom down. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Gets right about 10 feet, flapping its wings, gliding towards Teremini. And you can see like blue energy start to fill the like glow from the throat of this dragon. Were you going to say something, Matthew?
Did it fly through the storm?
No, it wouldn't. It would be smart enough to fly around
Okay.
the storm. Yes.
Did you maintain concentration on your storm?
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't roll it for that second one, so let's find out.
Let's see. I think you gotta. Oh, look at that! What in the world? You
I
guys
am not dropping this concentration!
so many crits. Jeez.
God, I'm almost dead.
It's gonna blast Teremini with its cold breath as just misty frost just jolts from the gullet of this dragon and engulfs Teremini. She needs to make an Constitution saving throw. And fails terribly. So let's see how bad that cold breath is going to be. 8d8. So not too bad. Slash roll. 8d8 cold damage. 25 points of cold damage. As you hear this last bit of blast from a growling dragon, and you hear this strange like hissing sound of all this cold mist coming from the throat of the dragon, you hear one last scream. In Orcon, you can probably see across from you a glimmering blue statue of ice seems to plummet out from a misty cloud. And it falls down into the courtyard and shatters into a billion ice cubes upon the ground.
Wonderful.
And that ends the dragon's turn. Bringing us to Guardian 1. Guardian 1 has to roll to see if recharges its ability. It does not. And it's going to continue to give chase, and it's not very smart. 10, 15, 20. It's in the wind for the first time. So does it have to make a saving throw here?
I'm checking. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed a strength saving throw. So every time they start their turn in that up the stairs.
So start the turn. So he can struggle his way a little bit here. So 5, 10, 15. He can only get like one step in front of the other one. And he's like fighting the wind, trying to clank up the stairs. These tall, lanky metal figure is just like moving its way slowly. And is going to use its action to dash. So it can move, boom, boom. It can only move 3 more squares, and that's all the farther that it can get. So in its next turn, since it'll be starting its turn, if you're still having that on it, then it would have to make the save. Guardian 4 is next to go, and Guardian 4 has to roll to see if he recharges his ability, which he does not.
At least one of them didn't get the blast, yeah.
There you know.
Sees enemies up here on top and is just going to start running that way. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dash. And can get right into the bottom of the wind tunnel. So we'll start its turn in that next round. Guardian 6, I believe, is the one that started it. It's going to start its turn, so it has to make a dexterity save. Dexterity? Is that right?
Strength.
19. It's going to succeed.
Save, so he doesn't fall backwards, but it's still difficult terrain.
Yep. 5, 10, 15. Oh, got to roll to see if he recharges his ability. Does not. So dashes. Boom, boom, boom. Can only get to there with the wind tunnel. Which ends the round, bringing us back to Forest.
Right. Quick question then.
Mm-hmm.
The tower right behind us, there is actually a door to go in that, right?
There is a door to go in there, yes.
If I'm remembering correctly, this is the tower we initially came up through. It's actually a way for us to get back down.
There was, but you flew up through the hole in the floor. But you will also know
I mean,
that
when
there
we came
are
up from the lower vaults.
Yeah, there are some steps that go around that aren't here on the map. So like if you look right here, there's actually steps that go up.
I'm trying to go down.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. There were steps that went up that he could have just run down instead of teleporting and dropping?
No, not up to the top where he was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To another different room.
Yeah, he was up way up from that.
I get confused, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're all good. These towers have several floors, so.
Ooh, just in range.
Forrest's got a plan.
So as a bonus action, I'm going to kind of swing the sword of Kaz in an arc and speak a divine word, cast, and have both Guardian 1 and Guardian 6 make charisma saving throw for me.
All right. Charisma save for Guardian 6. I'm not sure they're very charismatic.
I think imagine they are.
That's a 5. And the second one is going to be a crit 18.
18 is the number, unfortunately. So it doesn't affect that one.
Got it.
But, it doesn't print the whole thing. Goddamn.
No, it's not putting
So,
any numbers out there, huh?
It depends on how much HP Guardian 1 currently has, what happens to it.
Would be Guardian 6, right?
Whichever one failed, yes.
Yeah. It only has 11.
It dies.
It dies. Okay, so
Straight up dies.
So with just a beam of radiant blast and just a single word, this thing just crumples to the ground. It is no longer there in the wind.
as my action, continuing that same like sword arc towards Guardian 4, I'm going to need a Constitution throw.
Constitution saving throw. Okay. 17.
That fails against Finger of Death. So it's going to take 78 plus 30 necrotic damage.
Fantastic.
Or 58.
Trying to see something really quick. Okay. 58 total?
Yes.
Necrotic damage. Ouch. It does not like that. It is bloodied and very badly hurt, but it is still up. As parts of this like metal figure look like they're like covered in like some kind of black ichor from this terrible spell you just cast on it.
And I'm just going to kind of shout everybody to get into the tower so we can make our retreat.
Okay.
But I'm going to stand my ground here and try to hold them back.
Very cool. Nice moves, Forrest. Selena, that brings us up to you. Selena, first question. Do you need an extra 5 feet of movement this turn?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was going to have Odd go first and gust you again if you needed it.
I appreciate the thought, but I have a different idea.
Okay.
Selena is going to stow her swords
Okay.
and pull out her hand crossbow.
Okay.
Can she see down the steps, like over
Oh yeah, you can
Guardian
see
1?
you can see all of those guardians down there in the bottom. You can see everything that's happening out there.
So she would like to take an attack at Guardians 1.
Guardian 1? Sure. Go for it. Does the wind affect ranged attacks such as arrows, Brittany? Does it say anything about that in the spell description?
I'm checking. It says creature. No, doesn't say it. A line of strong wind, 60 feet long, 10 feet wide. Blast from me. Each creature starts their turn. Saving throw. It's a difficult terrain more than anything. It seems it doesn't say anything about. It causes unprotected flames, such as lanterns, to dance wildly, and can extinguish them. But other than that, it doesn't say anything about arrows or ranged through it. So
Cool.
Yeah, you can put fire out. That's about it.
You can put fire out, but that's about it. Got it. All right. Yeah, the 20 is going to hit. You can roll your damage with your crossbow.
8 piercing.
8 piercing damage. Let me double check one thing on these guys. I think they do have resistance to piercing damage. So because they're made of metal, so you do kind of sink this like arrow into one of like the cracks that are forming on its form. Doesn't quite do as much damage as you hope.
They did something.
Did something.
That was the goal. He's going to try another attack.
Do crossbows allow you to make 2 attacks during a turn? I think they have the loading property. I don't know if... Do you have something that... Crossbows are the only thing that's like a little tricky with the amount of...
I think she took crossbow expert, right?
Do you have crossbow expert as one of your feats?
Thought so?
It would be on your character sheet. It would be under probably features and traits, probably.
Student of War.
Yeah, it'll probably be down near the bottom. Crossbows have a loading property on them, which makes it to where you can only like fire them once on a turn.
Okay, hold on. We're getting there. There's so
You're
many.
good.
Yes, I took crossbow expert.
Then
I
you can
was
fire
debating
again.
between that and something else.
Sure. Yeah, as long as you have that, that kind of negates you're able to like load the crossbow quicker, so you can load it up and fire again. Mm-hmm.
And I don't have disadvantage because of that as well.
And it looks like they have Vex, do you have mastery on your crossbows?
Think so.
Because if you took it as one of your weapon masteries, you have advantage on this attack roll as well because of the Vex property.
I did. I did take
Alright.
that one.
There you go. So you can make this attack with advantage. I didn't know crossbows had Vex. The 21 will hit.
So
Another
8
8.
piercing, so
8.
4.
4 damage. It looks very badly hurt, but it is still standing. It looks like it needs one more crossbow bolt in it.
Yep. 25.
25 hits.
That's 11.
And it's exactly what it needed. It's one more crossbow, 3 crossbow bolts, tick, 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 really quick into this thing, and it goes doo, boom, boom, and rolls extra fast down the stairs because the wind is pushing it down.
Oh,
It's
my
destroyed.
goodness.
Would you like to use any movement?
She's going to move up next to Forrest. Well, kind of. Closer to them.
You got it. Running in that direction. Odd's going to come out here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get to here. And I think Odd's... I think it's 60 feet. Odd is going to inspire Forest. So Forest, you have a D8 inspiration that you can add. And we will move to Orcon's turn.
Okay, so I am sick of these people always shooting me. So I'm going to continue my flight. 10, 15, 20. Okay, so I can get over to here.
Okay, yeah.
And as I'm flying away, I am going to, let's see, who can I get in there? I can knock you back into it. I'm going to fire a couple Eldritch Blasts at Guardian number 3, trying to knock him back into that storm.
You got it. Go for it.
But we know they heal from radiant damage.
He doesn't do radiant. You
My storm does.
Oh, your storm does, yeah. Yeah, you've witnessed the
Do I
heal
know?
from radiant.
Okay, yeah, then.
Yeah. Down below, you would know that radiant is bad.
Okay, and that will change my movement a little.
Yeah, you would have already known that.
Actually, no, my movement really said, I'm just going to switch my target then. And can I say I'm shooting at Guardian 4 instead?
Sure could.
Okay, then all 3 are going at him.
All right.
You got a 20, a 15, and a 29.
The 15 will miss. Would you like to spend any resources on the 15?
What does everyone think? Do I burn something or...
I mean, it might not be able to reach us.
True, but it also could recharge and shoot at us.
Yeah.
Just burn something.
Yeah, I'm going to burn a D10 because we have 8 of them.
Okay. Go for it. Oh, indeed
22.
turns it into a hit. Yes.
Okay,
So all 3.
16 for the first shot,
16 for the first.
11 for the second,
11.
and then 7 for the third.
7 is exactly how much he had left. As he crumples to the ground, dead from these blasts of energy from Orcon's hands.
And
And
my turn there?
And your turn, you got it.
Yep.
Hazel, it seems, as you're holding onto this fan that's blowing wind down the steps, it seems as if there are no longer any guardians trying to come up those steps. What would you like to do?
I how far are those guys away from me? Down there? Oh yeah,
It would also be
I-
20 feet up.
that's fine.
Mhm.
I can, as a bonus action, just turn the fan towards them.
Okay.
That does seem to go directly into Orcon, which I might not recommend.
He's
Orcon, how high are you flying?
yeah.
Forrest called up to me, so I was flying down to meet them, so I'm probably
Almost level with
just
them. Yeah,
about
yeah.
eye level. with
Yeah,
them.
you.
I would probably like. Here's Orcon's body. Here's Hazel's fan.
You know, just hit me. I'm flying. What are you gonna do? Knock me back a little ways, and I'll end up hovering up there.
It'll be fun.
Do it up.
All right, yeah.
Chaos.
Because I was so confused that Forrest fell from the sky, I didn't realize Orcon was flying towards me until I turned to blast him with the fan. So blasting Orcon / the remaining guardians.
All right, excellent.
That's
so
a
that's
strength
a
save?
strength save. Yeah, strength
was 13.
saves.
not
13.
very-
The first guardian fails,
Orcon makes it.
and the second guardian fails. Both of them are
Okay.
gonna fail that roll.
So they're pushed 15 feet away from.
Uh-oh.
Me.
From you?
Mhm.
5, 10, 15 into the radiant for guardian 2.
Yep.
5, 10, 15. The other one does not quite get there.
He's close.
They fall prone.
It just says push
Oh, so
or
it's
be
just
pushed
push.
15 feet away from you
Okay. So
in
they
a
don't
direction
fall
following
prone.
the line. So
What's the save for the storm?
That's a con save.
Con save. Is only a 10.
Fails.
Just gonna take.
So it is going. Oh, that's the wrong button. Oh no, it didn't. They're rolled. 5 radiant and 7 thunder.
Okay, so it takes 7 thunder, and then heals 5 from the radiant. So-
2 damage.
2 points of damage.
Got
they heal from radiant. Is that what you just said?
They heal from radiant damage.
Okay, just
Yes,
making sure I
radiant
understood
damage
what's
heals
happening
them.
So that was my bonus action. Looking to see. They're too far away. Just checking to see if there's anything else I wanted to do. Really, my whole thing was get them away from me.
Orcon, if you're wearing a cape, it is like flapping super cool right now.
Oh, I look like a superhero. I'm just up there.
That's right. I think of, like, from the X-Men, like Storm, like just like hovering just out of nowhere with.
Actually, I'm just gonna end my turn there because I want to keep this gust of wind going until we're all. As
Trying to get
Forrest
the group
in
back
the tower.
together. Okay. Yeah.
So I will just stay there with Forrest as my emergency backup, pointing the
Okay.
fan at the Guardians. You look as bad as I do, my friend. We're both splitting blood right now.
Okay, Guardian 2 starts its turn in the storm.
Yep, so he has to.
So I believe that'll trigger
Mm-hmm.
No, mine is end of turn.
end of turn. Got it. So,
Oh,
okay,
so
so
sure.
it's got to make another strength save because of the wind blast, I believe.
Mhm.
The start of its turn. Yeah, it saves. Okay. So it rolls a d6 to see if it recharges its ability, which it does, and starts climbing its way out of the storm, just trudging through the wind. Can only get to about here. I'm going to roll a d6. 1, 2, or 3, it attacks. Blast goes to Orcon. 4, 5, or 6, it goes to Hazel. 4, it's going to Hazel. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate that. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw, Hazel. It's a beam of radiant energy zaps up to you. You make the save. So you're going to take half of 5d8 radiant damage Oh, what a poor roll. You take 6 radiant damage. It's Orcon. I should make Orcon roll too and just have him take the damage because he's in front of you.
I don't want to point it out, but it is a line
sure.
attack, not.
It's a line attack?
It's a line, but it's also coming from down below, so it'd be kind of like going
I can
under
kind of see
or,
what you're- yeah,
you know,
it would
yeah,
be-
it's kind of going from down below. So that ends Guardian 2's turn. The veterans start moving in the direction of you guys. 10, 20, 30. They can only get to about there. Veteran 1. Veteran 2 can get to about the same spot as they're running together. That brings us to Guardian 3, who also is in the torrent and must make a saving throw. Strength save. Succeeds. Does he get his ability back? He does not. Gonna break out of the wind. Get to here and is going to dash. And get to there. Ending turn. The dragon. Seeing that there's chaos is kind of consuming all over the place, kind of spins around here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Starts to zoom down towards Guardian 2. $20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh, I gotta see if his ability recharges. Oh, it does.
Could you not?
We
but
haven't
can
attacked him yet.
see that Guardian 2 is highly damaged. Can get 2 more. Can get to here, and is going to unleash a multi-attack against this Guardian. 3 rend attacks against it. First one, a 26. And with that swipe of the claws, this Guardian, like, you see sparks, like blue sparks, fly from the Guardian inside this torrent of wind energy that Hazel is blasting down there. And then it starts to slide off, kind of like slices of cheese, as the metal just seems to just slide off of each other one by one, where the dragon's claws went through it, and it just falls to the ground and is destroyed. Ending the dragon's turn. Guardian 1 has been destroyed, I believe. The only Guardian that's left is 3. It won't let me delete it for some reason. There we go. Guardian 4 is no more. And Guardian 6 is no more. Which brings us to the top of the next round with Forest.
What about like the veterans and other things?
Veterans already went.
Oh,
They had
that
to,
must-
they were using their actions to run.
Ah.
They were moving.
If there's only the one guardian left, I'll do what Orcon does and throw a few Eldritch Blasts at it.
Okay.
18,
Hits.
20,
Also hits.
21.
All 3 are direct impacts on the Guardian.
36 force damage.
36 force damage. It still looks battered. Looks very battered. Parts of the metal are cracking as the magical energy hits it. It's still standing though, Forrest.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm in no condition to fight a dragon, and I hop into the tower.
Okay.
You might have to move. But
Oh, yeah,
there's no
yeah.
action for you.
I'm moving you here, so I'm going to shift ping you right here. So that's where you're located.
It's that little room where we disconnected the mirror from, right? Or something?
Yes.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and there was like a hole in the floor that you guys like came up through.
Yeah.
That leads down to that place where you guys there was like a weird kind of crazy candle ritual going on down below that you guys barged in with the curtains. You still technically have some movement left if you'd like to do anything else, or if you want to wait
So
on
that would
that.
have been 5 movement to get in here, right?
Yep. There is a door on the other side, and you can hear something like footsteps running towards that door, Forrest. There is
I'm not gonna
something
roll for
very
this yet, then.
close to the other side.
I'm gonna leave that there. That's all the movement I had.
Okay. Gotcha.
Point is, the dragon cannot see me.
It's a very good point.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Aikpa, thanks for the subscription.
Welcome along, Aikpa.
9
welcome back.
months. Yeah, 9 months. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for the support.
Oh,
Awesome.
can we say before I moved in that I used my bonus action to lay on hand Hazel for 20?
Yeah, sure. Hazel, as Forrest is running and retreating into the room, you feel a radiance and
I
a
actually
healing
don't
energy.
have that many left.
Uh-oh.
Let me use my other ability, and I'm gonna roll 5d6 instead.
Ooh, 5d6.
13.
13 points.
Thank you. I turn to say thank you, and he's like slamming the door behind him.
I didn't close the door. It's just weirdly laid out, so you can't actually see where I am.
Odd is seeing that Forrest is running and dashes and gets to the door. Selena, what would you like to do?
Selena is going to take about 10 feet of movement, move in front of Hazel, and take a shot at Guardian 3
Okay,
with her crossbow.
got it.
So I think it automatically re-rolled me because I got a 1 on the first time. So it
Oh.
automatically did my lucky.
D&D Beyond did the halfling thing for her.
Oh, it
Yeah.
automatically re-rolled it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. I did
So
want
it's
to check something
29.
because the hand crossbow has a range on it of 30 feet.
To 120.
Yeah, but the
120 is with disadvantage.
yeah,
though.
120 will be with disadvantage. So like if you're within 30 feet, it's a normal roll, but if you get outside of 30 feet, it's disadvantage up to 120. So you'd have to roll again and take the lower result.
Okay.
That's how that range. That's how those range numbers work. The first number is how like to have a normal roll. The second number is to you'll have disadvantage. Oh, look at that! Doesn't matter anyway. Look at that. So click on the
But
damage.
it taught me something. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
click
wondering
on the
what
damage
that-
for the 29. Click the damage under the 29 there.
Yeah, that way it doesn't roll the crit.
Yeah, then you'll 10
So 5
piercing.
piercing.
So 5 piercing on that strike. Oop. Hit the wrong button. Still up. Still in the
So-
game there, Selena.
She will take another hit at it,
All right.
and it'll still be with a disadvantage. So
Still
I
be
think
Well,
it
now
is
it'll be
that
normal
much.
because
Well, now
No,
it'll be
straight roll because you're
straight
Vex.
roll because you have Vex. Yeah, so now you've evened it out.
So
And
15?
Well, we'll take the first roll, so it'd be a 14. Either one's gonna miss, but you have resources, and I'll tell you, you're close.
Can I use that D8 inspiration that you gave me?
Absolutely can. Roll it up.
oh yeah, the Bardic.
Yeah, the Bardic from Odd. That turns into a hit, so you can roll your damage.
So
Nice.
4?
Yeah, it'd be 4 points of
Just roll
damage. Still up. These things are. You're just kind of like chipping away at it with these crossbow bolts.
Just one more time. So just a normal roll. We're just gonna
13.
leave that one.
Just gonna leave it be.
Yeah.
Okay. It deflects off of its metal armor-like flesh. All right. End of your turn, or are you gonna move?
I'd like to use one of my maneuvers, actually.
Okay.
my precision attack. So I can use a superiority die to roll that die and add it to that attack roll. And
Okay.
I'm at D8 now?
Might be
You have a
is it-
D8 that you can use every turn, but your normal ones that you use a resource for are D10.
Yeah, you might be able to use a D10 superiority die for it.
Just debating if I wanted to use Relentless or not, because that would be a D8.
Okay.
I haven't used any of those, so we're going to do the D10. So add a 3, so that'll be a 16.
That's exactly what you needed. So you can go ahead and roll your damage on that last attack there then. So that arrow will definitely strike.
And then 2 on her turn.
Right, 5 damage. Did you want to move?
She already moved 10, and she's going to stay where she's at.
Okay.
In case the dragon or guardian or anything comes closer. Hazel's and Orcon aren't looking so good, so
Okay.
try and protect her friends.
Got it. Orcon wouldn't have run. I think Orcon would have done, or no, Odd wouldn't have run. Odd's gonna do something different. Odd is going to cast Major Image. And how far can he have? What's his range on that? Major Image. 120 feet. Very nice. Over here, he's going to make it seem like Teremity comes running in to the top of the courtyard, sprinting to the north. As he casts Major Image down there. Looks like he's trying to lead the dragon off to the north of the courtyard. Orcon, what do you do?
It's a bit odd, unfortunately. I need a charisma saving throw from the dragon.
Oh. Charisma save from the dragon as you turn your attention to this creature. That's an 11. Let me see something really quick.
I'd be surprised if a dragon did not have legendary saves.
It will use a legendary resistance and succeed instead. Because I'm assuming
not sure how
11's
this
going to
is
fail.
I don't know if it even... Oh, wait. Let me... When you cast a spell on any creature completely inside... Pushed away... Oh, I'm sorry. No, it doesn't make the save right now. It makes it when it wants to get out.
Okay.
So, I am stealing it inside a force box. Oh, why is that not... Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. So I'm putting it in a 20-foot by 20-foot by 20-foot solid cube of force. It is concentration, so I am losing the storm.
Yeah, the storm goes away, okay. You cast spell, any creature completely inside the cage area is trapped. Can't leave it by non-magical means. First make a charisma saving throw to try to get out. Okay. And waste the spell. Very nice. So, you guys can't see it, but there is something containing the dragon there.
And I'm
So
going to look at Hazel and Selena and just go, I believe it's time to leave now. And I'm going right in the door behind Forrest.
Okay.
It looks like a mime, like in one of those invisible boxes.
Yes, that's what
I
the
mean,
dragon's
even at a-
doing.
Maybe squished.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's pretty tight in there.
Is it like when a big cat fits in a small box? Is that what this is?
That's pretty much, yeah. So, Orkhan, I shift ping you down there to where you
Yeah.
are located now.
That was 15 to get in, then 20. And this is the hole that leads down, right?
Yep.
So flying over and then going to drop 10 feet down.
Okay, and you get to this part. As I shift ping you, you're inside this building.
Okay. I don't remember where I'm going, but I'm downstairs.
If I'm remembering correctly, it should be to the left of there is where we initially came up.
Thank you.
And I believe that will end your turn, Orkhan?
Nope, that'll end my turn.
Hazel.
Okay. Hazel looks at Selena and like will step. Stop the dang roller on. She'll step right next to Selena and go, I think we need to get out of here. And open her arms like she's gonna motion to pick up Selena, but once Selena's okay before she just bodily lifts her halfling friend.
Let's do this.
I will scoop up Selena and we will run into the tower with the door still open.
Mhm.
For Odd, I have dropped the wind fan at this point because I don't want to be blasting. I've dropped the gust of wind. I don't want to be blasting it so that Odd can't get in the door.
Got it. So you guys move 5 feet into the
Yes, we move in together.
building together.
Does
I
Hazel
have-
still have the rope backpack?
Probably. We haven't put you in it in a while. We haven't baby Bjorn to you in a while.
She just stops.
So I have 30 feet of movement, so
Yeah, and technically you're
Carrying her.
carrying her, so you would have half
Yeah.
movement right now.
yeah, so 15. So get us to as far as we can, essentially. And that's my turn.
Okay.
I'll put Selena down once we're inside.
I think I still
Right.
had like 15 or 20 movement as well, if that helps at all.
You would have had to use it on your turn.
Yeah, I think you would have to use your movement on your turn. Yep. All right. Guardian 2 isn't on this map anymore. So, Forrest, as you were going towards that door, all of a sudden that door opens, and there is what seems to be there's a guard there. You kind of have like one of those like the guard opens the door and it's like seeing you standing right there in the doorway. The guard can multi-attack. That's gonna come in the room here. If I can not click on the door. It's gonna make a 2 longsword attacks against you. One-handed. 17's probably gonna miss. 16 is gonna miss. 2 deflected attacks from Forrest. And that will end that individual's turn. There is another guy running behind him. But he can't quite get into the room because you guys have it like bottlenecked. So it looks like he's gonna get he actually pulls out he has a short sword in his offhand as he's getting closer to you as well. Guardian 3 is still outside. Begins moving up the steps. Dashes. And gets to the top of the stairs, and I forgot to roll to see if it got its ability back. Which it does. ends its turn. The dragon stuck in a box. Not happy about
Hopefully with
this.
no idea who did it.
The dragon can attempt to get out. I thought it could. Maybe it can't. Oh, interesting. The dragon just starts clawing at the box. And that's all that it does
has
on
no
its turn.
magic?
I thought this creature had some ability to teleport, and it doesn't have an ability to teleport.
It appeared through a portal, but that's it.
That's it. It has another kind of ability, but it only grants it something else. Which is interesting. Okay. Claws in a box. That's all it does on its turn. Forrest, what would you like to do? Now you got some guards coming in on the other side here.
Well, I mean, they made one mistake, and that was they chose the wrong way to go. So, we gotta deal with that real quick. 28 to hit.
Indeed.
That would be 16 from the sword.
16 from the sword. What do I do with our character sheets? Did I close them up?
One
Oh,
more
it's
for
because I'm
light
clicking
trigger.
on the door all the time. I'm trying to... Oh, there it is. What? There we go. You said 25 from the sword? Or was it 15?
No. That would be it'd be 16, 1, 7, so 31 total.
31 total, okay. The swipe, you can see, is already bloodied with one swipe of your sword.
Wait, 2 to hit.
22 does hit.
So 18 from the sword.
18. Still up.
10 more from Spirit Shroud.
And that's enough to put him down to the ground. 2 swipes from Forrest takes this veteran down.
You'll look at the other one and say, you could just turn around, and then I'm going to jump down the hole.
Okay. That is technically 10 feet.
Yeah, it's like 1d6.
2 points of bludgeoning damage. As you
My
clank to the
temporary
ground.
point, how dare you?
And I'll move you over to where Orcon is as you clank down to the ground beside him.
Do you mind?
Yes.
It's like in the original RoboCop movie where the RoboCop's getting like thrown down the stairwell.
So that was like 5 feet of movement to jump down, kinda.
Yeah.
And 15. This is just a curtain, right?
Yep, just a curtain.
Yeah.
Mhm.
20, 25, 30. Yep, that's exactly where I thought. Perfect.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, you kind of remember. You can see the stairs in there leading down where you guys came up originally.
Just gonna shout back, it's this way.
Selena.
Selena is torn because she knows that Hazel's not looking so hot, but she doesn't want to leave her, or because of that, she doesn't want to leave her. So I think she will switch out her crossbow for her flame tongue and wait with Hazel. What were you gonna say, Hazel?
Hazel was gonna say she's fine, but it's all good. We'll see when Odd gets to the door. We'll figure it out from there.
You could like ready in action to jump down only after Hazel does.
Yeah. If you want to do that, Selena. Prep to jump, so that if I go down, you go down.
Okay. We'll go with that. She's
Okay.
a little traumatized from watching Hazel fall through the disappearing floor. She doesn't want to leave her again.
Fair.
And you guys can hear, like, just on the outside of that door out there, it sounds like one of those metal guardians is, like, right on the brink of being up there at the top. Before that, though, you guys see that Odd comes in through the door, and he uses all of his movement to kind of get here. Well, Odd just rushes through the door, and you can see he just kind of, like, hops down and through this hole and lands here as well. 2 points. And lands. Sticks the landing. Selena, if you wanted to go ahead and if you did want to use your movement or anything, you can. Or if you want to just still stand your ground with your flame tongue there, that's fine.
She's gonna stand her ground.
Got it. All right.
You were waiting for me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Work on.
Okay. So I'm going to basically just fly back up through the hole to make sure, because like Forrest is bravely ran away, Odds down here, but we're still missing a couple of people. So popping up, make sure they're okay.
Okay.
Seeing the guy coming to the door, I'm gonna fire off a couple of Eldritch Blasts at him and then back down stairs because
Okay. Sure.
start following. Yeah.
Just floating up there, you probably wouldn't be able to see him. He's not like right in the doorway.
Okay, he's further back.
He's further to the side, like he's at the top of the steps, but not right quite in front of the doorway.
I think he meant the veteran
Okay.
that was coming in the other door.
Oh,
Yeah,
the veteran. Oh, yeah, you can definitely see him. Yeah.
Okay. So
He looks like
thank
he's
you.
very scared, and he looks like he's about ready to drop his weapons and run away. But feel free to blast him if you'd like.
Let's get rid of him. I don't know what he's scared about. There's a dragon out there.
It definitely doesn't have anything to do with me cutting the other one in half, right? in
Yeah,
front of me.
yeah. There is a bleeding corpse of another veteran laying right on the floor. Oh well, actually, that 15 will miss. It's up to you if you'd like to spend any resources on it.
Yeah, let's burn a promo.
Or it turns it into a hit. So all three will hit.
18 on the first, 6 on the second, and 7 on the third.
Don't forget, knock 30 feet back.
Yeah, knocking him back down the tunnel.
Out, yep, 30 feet.
30 feet, 10 foot each
Oh, yeah.
one.
Yeah, is it just like a curved wall?
Yep, it's a curved wall. So yeah, you're blasting them down the wall. Good thing there's like a elevated like end of the what are those called with the I was on the tip of my tongue.
Rampart?
Kind of like where the arrow, like where you can fire arrows from in between.
Yep.
Yep. It's kind of like that, but the wall's elevated a little bit, so it doesn't take them completely over the wall. All
How
right.
fortunate for him.
Both actions. Is this door open or closed behind Hazel and Selena?
Still open.
Okay, does it open in or out?
It opens.
Well, actually, I'm trying to push my luck.
Okay.
As a bonus action.
I would say it opens in this
Okay.
instance.
So I can use telekinetic shove to knock a creature back. Can I use it to close the door?
I think it because it's. I will say because it specifically says creature. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
If it
Worth a
said
shot.
creature or object, I would say yes.
Okay. 10 feet up. So I got 20 left, so I'm going to fly over. That'll probably put me like right at the curtain so I can open it. And
Sure.
that'll end my turn.
All right, good deal. Hazel, it brings us to you.
And yes, it is not a mimic,
Yeah,
apparently.
you confirm the door is not a mimic. That's right.
This time.
Now we know how to test doors and things.
That's right.
So
Orcon's
flew
just
back
gonna
down,
walk around the entire campaign, telekinetic shoving everything.
just in case.
Go right on ahead,
Oh.
Hazel. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. So Orcon flew back down, so basically it's just me and Selena up here.
Yes.
Okay. I look at Selena and go, time to go, and I'm gonna hop down, and that should trigger her jumping down, and then I have something I want to do once we're down there and once she's clear.
Okay. You're gonna hop down.
And I need Selena to be down before I do this.
Selena hops as well. That will trigger her movement, or her. She'll just jump down with you. So you guys are gonna take 5
More than the rest of us.
and 2. Hazel, you take the brunt of this falling damage for some reason.
It's fine. It's because the guys moved and I rolled my ankle. It's fine.
So
And I
Selena
catch
takes 2?
Selena.
2 for Selena.
I like half catch Selena when she comes down. And then I want to look up at the opening we just jumped down through.
Mm-hmm.
Just to, again, all about delaying things at this point. I'm going to cast Entangle on that space.
Oh, okay.
So it just basically makes like vines weave over it. It makes it difficult terrain.
Okay.
And it's concentration for a minute because there's nothing there to grab, so I'm not grabbing anybody or doing anything other than making it that they can't quickly follow us down.
Absolutely. Just clogging it up and bogging it up with vines and leaves and other things. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
I just basically like seal it over like a forest floor and then go. Okay, I'm done. And I will start to whichever way my friends are running or going to leave. I think it was this way, right? Forest ran this way.
Mm-hmm.
It's the door Orcon's in front of.
Okay.
Aurora's pinging.
Okay, but did Forest go through the door already, right?
Yes, I did.
Alright. I will get out there, and that's my turn.
Okay. Here's what I will do. First of all, I want to ask a question to Orcon. How long is concentration on your spell? How long does that spell last?
1 hour.
Okay, cool. I'm going to take you guys out of combat.
So, another 9 turns of initiative. Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's
Nope.
only a minute.
That's only a minute, so
Yeah,
that would be a
that's another
very, very, very
99.
long time.
Give me one
so,
hit,
sorry.
dragon.
so I am going to take us out of initiative, and I'm going to say we're a little bit
500.
later than normal for breaks, so we're going to go ahead and take a break right here as the party is kind of grouped back together, running back the way they came out of this place. So we'll be back in about 5 to 7 more minutes after we replenish our beverages and take a quick stretch. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and tuning in with us, and thank you guys for all the chat rewards that have helped turn all these misses into hits tonight to deal some damage. And we'll see how our party ends up getting out of here with the next piece of the rod of 7 parts. We'll see you in a few minutes. Hello, and thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Proficiency Bonus. Please take an opportunity to support our sponsors.
First up is Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is an online storefront based in the Great White North of Canada. They sell everything your heart could desire, so long as everything your heart desires is largely polyhedral dice sets and other TTRPG sundries. Check them out for all of your dicey needs. Perhaps buy a lovely hardcover copy of one of these fine books. If you're feeling especially cute, you could treat yourself to a t-shirt or one of these fine little proprietary Little Dragon Corp dragon plushies. They've got all the classic types of dragon, like Mooney, Terra, Dad. Whatever strikes your fancy over on Little Dragon Corp, be sure to enter our special promo code BONUS at checkout for 15% off of your order. That's BONUS, B-O-N-U-S, for 15% off your order. That's like if you made 7 individual purchases, you could basically buy anything you want on the store, and it's like it was free with all the money that you saved from earlier. I'm absolutely positive that's how math works, and I will be taking no questions at this time. Thank you, Little Dragon Corp.
Cardboard Castle Games is a brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. They have a wide selection of tabletop gaming and other cool games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! You can visit them in-store and let them know that we sent you, or you can go visit their website at cardboardcastlegames.com.
Don't forget to find us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links to our social media pages and outlets are located below this video.
Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month.
While we are away, now is a great time to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free, and there you will find hours upon hours of content to enjoy. Click the bell icon to activate notifications so you won't miss a single show. Once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you are enjoying the show, and we'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back, everybody. Our group is hurriedly exiting this black tower from the Three Moons Vault. You guys are going through this like little sanctuary. I'm assuming you guys are just bolting and running and heading back down these steps to the lower basement area that you guys were at before.
Man, I didn't even know the dragon got trapped. I'm going.
Eh.
I didn't see that happen.
As we're going, I'd like to think we're sort of... Is it worth taking a break before we continue to run?
I have an idea. Get me outside.
What if there are things downstairs? They blew the alarm!
I have an idea. Get me outside.
I'm pretty sure we killed everything downstairs the first time.
Selena's bringing up the rear, making sure
Alright.
nothing's following us.
Yep. Odds
That's
continue
fine.
to
I'm
run with
assuming
you.
I'm assuming at some point during this sprinting out, my 10 minutes of flight will run out.
Yeah, definitely. You'll probably get to the end. Like, if you guys are running to this downstairs and going through this cellar part, you'll probably get to the end of that, like the opening where that kind of like that secret door was, where you guys found all that armor and stuff when you first entered. You probably get to that point where you're kind of exiting out before that kind of wears off.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys kind of like burst out where that doorway was that you guys kind of tricked the trap by teleporting
By opening it
inside.
from the other side.
Yeah, by opening it from the opposite end. And you guys kind of barge out there, and you can see that pathway that Riffle had led you to this point. And it's right, there's no resistance. There's nothing around. You can hear the commotion coming up from above you, up where the main tower parts are. But since you guys came up this like secret entrance down below, doesn't seem like there's any resistance here at all.
Question, because can't remember. How far are we from where the Brotherhood is camped?
About an hour.
Okay, cool.
And that was on foot.
Uh-huh.
Yes, on foot.
So the second we get outside and there's nothing attacking us, Hazel's going to turn to her friends and go, "Don't be scared of this one. It's our friend." And it's going to cast Summon Draconic Spirit. A green dragon.
All right. This green dragon spirit kind of coalesces out of the air around you guys and kind of starts flying around and lands kind of directly in front of you.
I go over to it and like pat it and go, "Let's go, guys. Last an hour. Gotta fly." And Hazel jumps up.
Jumps
Imagine it's
aboard
like
as
using
well.
like a wing to like help us all get up.
Okay.
Orcon will
Perfect.
follow suit.
All right.
Selena,
You
you
guys-
coming? Forrest?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get on. I'll get
The second
you guys...
everyone is on and has like some semblance of a seat,
Mhm.
I will whisper to it, you know, the direction, and just say, "Not too bumpy of a ride, please. We don't have saddles." And I will just have it go.
All right. It begins flapping its mighty wings. You guys hear the
Ah!
the sounds of these wings pushing off up from the ground into the air. You feel the air, the coolness of the air as you guys continue to climb higher and higher. You take a glance back towards Three Moons Vault, and you can see that red glow that you saw whenever you first arrived, that was kind of consuming the place and growing, no longer exists here around this place. You can see that there is definitely chaos happening, as it seems like there are many draconic little figures in the distance going about along the tops of the walls, and other kind of guards dressed in the garb of what you would assume to be Lord Soth. As you guys make your exit, you guys disappear into the clouds of this instance, and it's kind of like is it a never-ending story moment as you, as you guys ride upon the back of the dragon, the wind blowing through your hair, as all of you are aboard the dragon. It definitely does not take you quite as long with flying, so I know it takes you quite significant less time to get back to where the blue fire wardens were camped.
I would
And
have it.
they start to
drop us off.
panic as they see
I
a
was just-
dragon in the air.
I was just saying, can we have it drop us off a little bit away. And,
Sure.
like, like a 10-minute walk away or something, 5-minute walk away. And just tell it that these are friends, but they don't know you exist. Don't pick any fights. And I pat it as we all get down. And we walk outside.
Can I say, as we were flying at some point, Orcon would have started teasing Forrest, being the first one to run, and started singing out to everyone.
Hazel's never been so glad.
Escape route is just as important.
Hazel has never been so glad that being on the back of a dragon means you can't hear anyone behind you.
I probably should have asked first that someone did grab the rod, right? I didn't actually witness that part.
I point to Orcon. Because he grabbed it with his mage hand.
And he has it.
Yep.
Has the piece. You guys eventually make your way towards the camp of the Blue Fire Wardens, who, as you approach, are that you can see that they start to get more attentive as you guys come closer, and they you can see that Argentia is there with Riffle and several of the others that you remember from before your meeting. Argentia kind of looks towards you. You also see Volendar is there next to like a fire in the main part of the camp, and he's kind of resting. He's got kind of like a thick blanket kind of covering him over there. As you can see, he's holding kind of like a bowl of something that he is like just kind of sipping, kind of like a cup off to the side. And Argentia kind of like runs up to you guys and you're back. Were you able to stop her?
Just cough up a little bit of blood.
You look like hell.
Yeah, well, we thought we had a good plan. Things went a little sideways, but we're pretty sure it worked.
Well, considering the dragon turned her into a glass sculpture and then she shattered, I'm pretty sure she's dead.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I didn't see that part.
Yeah, he ran away.
The dragon
It was
showed
around
up.
the corner of the tower. I just couldn't
He
see
ran away.
Yeah, it's been trapped. Oh, it's probably out of the box right about now.
We should hide.
Oh, should we go back to the temple?
It would take it at least an hour to get here, if it knew the right direction to go.
Perhaps inside would be better.
Just
I mean,
to
you guys are in
rest.
kind
Need
of
to
like a
rest.
dense forested area right now, so it might be okay. Argentia's like, maybe we'll put out the fire for a while.
I tell
Riffle,
them that
start
there
putting out the
is-
fire.
I will tell them that that there's a green dragon nearby that is my friend. I describe its like colors and all the things, and just where we left it. Say he'll go away in a little while because I summoned him, but don't attack him, please.
Dragons are not friends around here, you know that?
I made one.
How?
Magic.
You know, you can
Oh.
just dismiss him, right? You don't have to make him stay.
I'm hoping that if we hear the other one, I can send him off to distract away from here.
Hmm.
I don't know how much time it's been, but it's the only plan we've got.
Yeah, by the time he catches up, I think the spell will run its course either way.
We don't know how fast that one flies.
It did appear out of a portal. It could just be here.
I think if it just controlled those portals so accurately, I think it would have just left your box in the first place.
Depends on how skilled it is. I am quite good, after all.
I'm looking at Argenta and Riffle to see if they're understanding that he locked them in a box. He locked a dragon in a box.
Orcon, you locked a dragon in the box?
Yes, it was a rather large box, but yes.
What was the box made out of?
You're magic.
He looks over at Hazel.
Magic
Magic.
again? What is it? I guess they're full of surprises. Oh,
Selena
And
just nods.
Orcon's going to give a little wink to Riffle, because Riffle had told us a little bit about what was going on and like where we were.
mhm.
There was just so much magic in the area with all the moons and the light and whatnot. It was rather simple.
Riffle kind of gives a little snicker towards you. And Argentia kind of looks at Selena and is like, you seem like you're doing okay. Was there anything else of any value, or I mean, is the ritual done? Is it completely ended? Is Teremity dead?
I think so. I missed a little bit of it because my short legs got the better of me, and other people can fly.
Or just jump really far. Straight down.
I believe
Like
that's
they
called
disappeared.
falling.
The floor disappeared. What do you want me to do?
Oh no, I'm talking about when I jumped off, not you. I
That-
understand you did
yeah.
not do that on purpose. I did.
He falls really fast, for the record. It's like a cannonball. Just
That armor looks very heavy. And
Can be a
dented.
burden at times.
terminal velocity pretty quick.
Well, Valendar is resting, but I must tell you that I'm very grateful that you guys were able to find him and get him here with us safe.
Yes, speaking of a rest, I desperately need one.
Please, by all means, please make yourselves at home, and we've got plenty of extra tents and things that you guys could use to rest up. Also, we have bandages and other things if you're needing of those.
Are we? Hazel's talking to her friend, like to them, to Argentia and Riffle and everybody, but also to her friends. Like, are we sleeping right now? Are we going to bed?
I think we'll determine that is how far is it back to the driving tree? I can't recall it.
I don't remember. Riffle, how far is it from the tree where we found you?
It's about an hour walk from here.
With a lot of stuff that could be a problem between here and there. Potentially.
We take
Say
a
we-
short rest, Orcut and I would at least get some of our magic back.
The thing I need to do, I need to sleep for. Sleep.
Ah, yes, so we might as well just
If it's safe.
call
I mean, we
tonight.
could set watches, same as we always do.
I think that would be good.
I imagine the wardens.
You all don't need to worry about that.
Well-
We have plenty of warden members here. We could keep a lookout of the camp.
Selena was gonna volunteer, but she'll do first watch.
But we're in a lot better shape than all of you. She kind of snickers.
Hazel will go over to the fire where Valendar, right, is
Yeah.
sitting, and we'll just like sit on like sit against like the other like log or whatever serves as a seat by this fire,
Sure.
and just kind of nods at them, and then just curls on her side into a ball and like passes out immediately.
Got it. Forrest, if you're kind of like near the area, Valendar actually has like an extra kind of like, it's kind of like a deep bowl carved out of wood, and he kind of like holds it up towards you, and it has some kind of like very hot, this looks like a soup inside of it that he holds up towards you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you. Looks like you had quite a battle.
It was a long string of unfortunate Things went wrong.
Sounds like life. Kind of shakes his head a little bit and it's like, well, you were able to do what I couldn't. I commend you for that. Even though things went wrong, you're all alive and safe.
For the time being. Each piece of this artifact we find has been noticeably more difficult than the last. Worry about what we'll find next.
So there's more. There's more to find.
About
Almost
3
never-ending.
more, I think.
Well, I wish you good omens on your search. Just know that the Blue Fire Wardens will be keeping you in our thoughts during this process.
I appreciate it.
I know
We'll do
your
everything else we
travels
can get.
might take you far from here, but if you ever need any help, you know where to find us.
Appreciate
And
it.
I do.
Your friend with magic locked it in a box.
Yeah, he's a little bit better at magic than I am. I don't know quite how he did that either.
That's impressive. I didn't even think Tremedy could lock me in a box.
Most of my magic just makes me hit things a little harder.
I just get really angry and grow lots of fur and growl and howl at everything.
Hazel
That's
runs
a lot
in her
more than some people can do.
He says that Hazel starts running in her sleep and growling.
That's good. Kind of like dogs having a dream.
I think if you learn how to howl, she might do one too.
You think?
Probably.
He's looking over there. He leans over towards the fire and goes, "Ooh."
Hazel, and little whimper and like a puppy howl.
You're-
Like when
you're
puppies are
right.
learning to howl. And then she stays asleep.
Her favorite shape change is a wolf, so I just took a guess.
Probably should have put some bandages on all those wounds before she went to sleep. She's bleeding all over that log.
Yeah, you might want to get rid of that log in the morning.
It's like she fell out of a tree. God, you guys have been put through the test. Your box magic friend looks pretty bad, too.
I think most of mine have been cauterized by the
It
radiant
was
damage.
mostly pure light that kept hitting him.
You just got charred flesh all over it.
Oh, I look like fried chicken.
Hold on.
I mean, there was Terramini, the dragon, the death wolf.
A death
Going over
wolf?
with Hazel and just leaning up against Hazel's back as she's asleep and just using her as a pillow.
Whatever that weird orb-shaped thing with weird flabby wings was.
I didn't see anything like that while I was there. Sounds like I'm
Good way
grateful
up
to
low.
be in that cell.
It's definitely safer down there.
Well, rest up.
Temporarily.
Get something to eat, rest up, and heal up. And if you need
Whatever
some of
you
those,
can spare would be great.
um,
Hot food's always better than a ration I've been carrying around. I appreciate it.
hate to say it, but I don't think we have many things to get the dents out of that armor of yours.
I know a few people back where we're going.
He kind of just like nods and goes back to start like sipping his bowl of soup that he's been doing, and eventually he'll like stand up and go to one of the tents to rest as you guys are kind of calmly laying out here by the fire. If there's any like role play moments you guys want to have, or if you guys just want to go ahead and sleep and have a long rest, you guys would definitely get a long rest with the wardens keeping watch for you. So you guys can go ahead and take a long rest here.
Before Orgon goes and passes out, he is going to pass the newest piece of the rod to Selena.
Selena.
Like, there you go, I already have one, so.
And as this is happening, I will tell you this. Orcon, as you're kind of like out of the intensity of being locked into combat and just desperately reaching to grab that piece of the rod from Teremity's grasp and that whole situation, as you're kind of passing it over and it goes into Selena's hands, you both get the sensation of the location where it's trying to lead you. Let me pull this up because I want to make sure I'm reading to you the correct thing. So when you hold this piece, you can see as soon as like you grab it, Selena, as soon as like you have this time. So Orcon, you would have had this sensation. Selena, you would have just had this sensation when he handed it to you. You can see kind of like almost a jungle island shore. You can hear waves crashing. You can smell salt water in the air. You can hear the call of some strange shore birds, like some kind of seagulls or something in the distance. You can see this beach that kind of climbs up, and you can see that there is kind of like some rocky like crags towards the edge of the beach with massive jungle trees and foliage that kind of consume this island area. The air is thick with humidity. It feels hot. Probably like imagine being in Florida in the summertime. Mm-hmm.
How could she possibly imagine?
How
that?
could she possibly imagine that, right?
No, thank you. Florida in August.
Dense.
Amen.
Dense humidity, like it's kind of the humidity that where like as soon as it hits you, like the sweat beads just start to form on your forehead and pour down your face. It's just that kind of environment. It's so thick in humidity, it's hard to breathe at times. You feel as if this pull from the rod is pulling you to a specific location, and you can see that in the distance, in those rocky crags, it's almost like the carving of a viper's head. Some type of snake. It's pulling you towards the Isle of Serpents, on a place in a world known as Orth. A world known for its legendary dungeons and magical treasures. You both
Legendary
get
is one way to put it.
That's the kind of sensations that you guys get from holding on to this rod piece.
Selena, did you feel that?
I did, and she just starts. We're in for some humid stuff.
Apparently we're going to Snakeland. Hazel's asleep. I will talk to her in the morning about all the snakes.
Selena grabs her sketchbook and tries to sketch out everything that she saw.
Oh, excellent. Make a performance check for me.
Can I help? Wait, no. It was taller and more like
Absolutely.
this, not like
take,
that.
Take the check with advantage. Nice.
10.
Yep. You get the general, like, I mean, it's not extremely detailed, but you get the general feeling of, you know, a beach, a jungle, you know?
It was all moving so fast, and she was trying to get everything. It's kind of hazy. Or blending together with the humidity.
Orcon's disagreeing about what the trees look like, and it's confusing things. No, it wasn't so pointy, it was more bushy.
Yeah.
It was like a castle with a giant mouse ears.
Not in this one. Maybe in your last visit.
Very nice.
This one just had shiny, pointy teeth. Like snakes.
I may just be delusional. No, that no, he just gives a nod and goes and lays down with Hazel and just...
Sure.
Time to get some
world.
rest.
Yeah. If anyone else is doing anything, if not, go ahead and take your long rest. And you guys eventually do wake up to the sound of the woodland creatures kind of making noises as as your rest concludes. It's still kind of darker in this area of the forest, as it's kind of a dense area, as the blue fire wardens are kind of moving about camp, making sure that they're keeping everything on the up and up and watching out for any potential infiltrations from any potential dragons on the loose that might be freed from a box.
Oh, at this point, definitely are.
Yeah, you guys, it's a new day. What would you guys like to do to start off as you guys are waking up?
Right, well, first step is back at the tree, right?
Yes, I have to keep my promise and try something. You guys are gonna be bored for like 8 hours? I'm sorry. Takes a while.
Right.
Sure, we'll find something to occupy our time.
Kind of ritual I can find, I think.
Yeah. It's the only downside is it's not instant. It takes me a while. I have to focus. This is gonna be boring too, actually. Dang. Oh well. It'll be worth it if we can fix the tree.
How long did the spiritual dragon last?
An hour.
Okay, yeah, so it's long
He's-
gone
he's
by
Long
now.
gone.
Yeah. All right.
Back to the tree.
Well, if we must.
One thing that you guys do notice is that Odd is no longer present.
Well, it only has a tendency to wander off, but usually not in the middle of the night.
Dodo brain? Which way did he go this time? Hopefully he didn't find more doors.
I mean, there's at least one here.
I'll ask Argentia if she saw where he went.
She kind of looks at you and says, last I saw, he went into that tent. Points over to one of the tents.
Check.
It's empty. Nothing there.
Any of his stuff? Nothing.
No, nothing.
Any tracks or anything? Anything I can see that showed him walking away, or...
Make a survival check.
Can Selena help him?
Sure. If you see him like looking around, and you can go. So either Selena, if you want to go ahead and roll, you can roll, or you can grant him advantage, and he can roll again. Oh, looking around. It's odd because there are no odd tracks. There weren't even any odd tracks leading into the tent.
Freaking duplicates.
Then where did we leave the real one?
Well, the
Back
real
at
one
the
came
vaults, but
back with the real one came back with us.
How do we know though?
Because there was only one, and he was running for his life.
right, but we left him on his own for at least a couple of minutes.
It may have been the duplicate that was running with us. Do we have to go back and check the towers?
I don't know if there's any good way to do that.
It doesn't sound like Odd's self-preservation MO. I feel like he would have left the Mirage behind. Something seems weird.
Honestly, it might be faster to ask the trio of powerful wizards to scry on him.
You can do that. Scry.
Oh, yes, you can, and you're on the proper plane.
I am, as long as he hasn't moved the plane, which I don't know how he would have done it.
Oh, back through the...
Stranger things have happened around him.
Yeah, true.
And we're only an hour from the doorway, and we took a long rest, so he could have made it back to the entrance.
So, once per long rest, and after I finish a short rest, I can cast Dream, Scrying, or Teleportation Circle. I'm going to scry on Odd.
Okay. Let me pull up that one more time.
It does have to be on the
Remind
same
myself.
plane.
Yeah, which which is why my scry on, not that any of you know, but my scry on Orcon's why I failed.
So you settle in to begin your scry, and I will tell you that as you try to do this, it does fail. Because you don't believe he's on the same plane as you guys are currently on.
Hazel, gets all... Okay, Hazel gets cozy. She gets ready. And for the second time that she's tried this in her entire life, it fails again. And it feels the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And her eyes snap open when it fails, and she looks pissed.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure it'll work next time.
He left the plane. I don't know how he did it, but he's not here.
He
God, kill
is
him.
native to the Feywild, and every so often the portals do appear.
She motions between herself and Orcon, he gets one and we don't.
Apparently.
Oh, we're gonna have words.
Who has the first piece of the rod? I have number 2.
I have 1 and 3.
Oh, you have 2 okay.
Yes.
I don't remember. Whichever. I have the last one. Whatever.
I don't think Odd had any of the rod pieces.
Okay.
Because he had
They
all
tried
the
to
kinds
give
of...
it to him
Because
on-
he had a ton of spells that he didn't need the rod pieces
Yeah, he
for.
didn't want to hold on to it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 4,
I have 5.
and then Selena has 5, the one we just got.
Yeah.
Selena's just looking between Hazel and Orcon and, just space, I don't understand this space stuff.
Yeah, I have the commune and reverse gravity pieces.
Hazel has regenerate.
Hazel's just looking at Orcon.
Uh.
I'm gonna. We're gonna have fairy justice on this. I'm not happy right now.
Things will be dealt with, but first, perhaps, back to Sigil?
No, Dryad Tree.
I don't know if you feel that takes precedence.
I have to fix the tree. She has my acorn.
Okay.
You guys can be bored for 8 hours. It's fine.
Well, I mean, as long as they don't close the portal, we can even...
No, we should remain. It's not a
Hazel's
good
just-
idea
I
to...
didn't want to leave her completely alone, but if someone wants to deal with identifying all the stuff we found, selling what we don't need.
I say we
Selena
head
just
to the tree.
like grabs onto Hazel, like, I'm not leaving her again. Nope.
Fair
Bad
enough.
things happened last time.
I cling.
Fair enough. We shall all wait.
The trauma will stay with Selena now after
Mm.
watching Hazel plummet from the moon bridge.
She set out to protect the farm and her friends. Bad stuff happened. She's not going anywhere now.
I just can picture it from Selena's mind of like Hazel's just standing on this like platform, and then the light stops, and then all of a sudden Hazel's just not there. Back to the tree, please.
Okay, you guys just walking? Is that you guys just gonna travel by foot?
My plan. I mean, if people want to go through the portal, go back home, that's fine. But like, I need to go do this. As long as they'll keep the portal open for me.
No, we will not abandon you.
Yeah, if the
At least
dragon
I won't.
stumbles upon the place, it's better if we're all there.
True. Okay. To the tree.
All right. So you guys make your way traveling to the Palon tree. And you guys can see that it is in pretty much the same condition that you had been in when you left. You guys enter into that chamber, and you can see that the large treant that was in that place at first, like, starts to turn towards the tree or toward the entrance way, and has like this big boulder in his hand, and then looks towards Forrest, and then immediately drops the boulder beside him.
I remember what happened last.
Welcome back. It's good to see you again.
I'm sure it is.
Hazel just waves and like skips back down to where we have to go to get
Got some
The
business
treant
with
is
the dryad.
backing away from all of you. Yeah, you guys can make your way down into the chamber with where the dryad was originally at first. The dryad kind of like creeps out from the vines, like near the roots and the vines near the edge of the chamber, and you can see that still kind of decrepit image of this dryad. A lot of like broken branches, blackened branches, and cracked areas, and very angular in her features as she comes out, and looks very aggravated and still in very much of a point of frustration for what has happened to this tree. Gazaya, I believe, was her name. I think that's what I had.
Something like that. It's been a few
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks. Yeah, that's it. Gazaya. She kind of looks towards you and is like, "Oh, you returned."
my butt kicked by a bunch of people. I had to take a nap, but I can try the thing now.
You can fix this.
Hope. Like I said, I don't guarantee, but it's the magic is meant to what's the word I want? Hazel's bad at words. And then in Druidic, we'll use whatever the Druidic word is for enrich plant life.
Please, by all means, try.
It's gonna take me a while. Like a lot of the day, I have to focus. My friends are just gonna be hanging out.
By
Sorry.
all means, we've been this way for quite some time now. A little bit more time will not matter much to us.
Hazel will go and sit next to like the base of the tree and everything, like the most diseased part of everything I can find.
Mm-hmm.
And she will put her hand on it, and for the next 8 hours with her eyes closed, we'll cast enrichment says all plants in a half-mile radius centered on a point within range become enriched for 365 days. Plant yields twice the normal amount of food. When harvested, they can benefit from only 1 plant growth per year. So, I'm just trying to revive the tree enough to save itself.
Excellent. What are the rest of you doing for 8 hours?
After about 5 minutes, I just kind of walk over to Orcon and I go, I've never seen her stand that still before.
She's sitting. She's sitting. She cannot stand for 8 hours on the rest of the trip.
I've never seen her sit that still before.
I mean, her ears aren't even moving.
They're not even moving like at all.
Is there any ground anywhere? How did the ground look on the way into the tree?
Kind of like, I mean, it's more like dirt.
Right.
Yeah.
So is it like
there's like some little tufts of grass from here and there? I mean, it doesn't look in the best of shape.
Okay.
You're grinning. I'm wondering what you're planning.
Thinking about planting a bean.
Oh no. Oh no.
Orcon thought better of it, unfortunately. I was gonna be,
Lord,
just gonna
Mommy Lord.
Orcon's gonna wait, 7 hours and 58 minutes or 50 minutes, run outside, plant the bean, run back in like nothing happened.
Here's what we'd have to do. We'd have to have next episode be just the other 3 of you going through a pyramid to find treasure and fight a mummy lord while this ritual is taking place.
That tracks.
Selena, anything interesting that you would be doing for the next 8 hours?
She would have just broken out her sketchbook and tried to capture everything that we saw creature-wise. And in some of like the downtime theories on where Odd went, kidnapped by fairies, and just like all these like random theories. Just like, okay, we'll talk about this later. Back to the drawing.
There's this interesting
Kidnapped by fairies. It's a good theory, honestly. He just he gets on people's bad sides from time to time. And a group of fairies are after you. They're not really going to care where you are when they come to get you.
Yeah. Just like all these random Loch Ness monster.
Yes.
Abominable snowman, and it just keeps getting more and more mythical the longer she's like waiting, because like just her mind wanders when she's doodling.
I love the idea of Selena drawing what we've seen and then just in the margins total conspiracy theory of did the fairies get him?
Yep.
There's like a little image of Odd like in like hanging halfway out of like this satchel or something, and like 4 little fairies are like flying above, like just carrying him off.
She's
one
like
point
trying...
will chime in with, maybe that whispered one got him.
And then she goes back to whatever sketch she was working on. She was taking a break, like, can't get this second eye right. Then she goes back.
Forrest, when Orcon said the whispered one, you had this weird thing happen to you, almost like a jump scare situation, where you saw that silhouetted figure that you've talked to before kind of appear just for a second in front of you and just say, "No." And then it just like in a split second dissipate.
Can't explain why, but I'm pretty sure that's not what.
What makes you so sure?
Would it be strange if I said the sword?
No.
Just a bit. Wait, hold on, then. So, Orca's gonna walk over to Selena and wherever her flame tongue is like sheathed, lean down. Excuse me, good sword. Have you taken odd?
Not her sword.
Well, if your sword is talking, perhaps all of them do.
This one just
My
burned.
other swords didn't talk.
Well, how do you know? Did you try talking to them?
Hazel's missing all of this, and it's killing me.
You know, as part of training, you spend a lot of time around the swords. You're taking care of them. It's dull, boring work at times, so of course you talk to them a little bit.
Gazaya over in the corner is saying, I sure do hope this doesn't take too long.
7 hours.
7 hours, 15 minutes.
40 seconds left.
Listen, when you're the new guy, you get saddled with a lot of the grunt's work. I had to sharpen a lot of swords back in the day.
You can see Orcan goes to say something like, that is just beyond my scope of knowledge. Such menial tasks.
I'm gonna choose to ignore that.
And as time can...
Rochambeau!
Oh, St. Andrew redeemed a Game Master reroll. Thank you. I
See a lot of
appreciate
Game
that.
Master favoritism tonight.
Ah, yeah, there's a lot of Game Master favoritism. Yeah, there's a... I will take that. I'm back up to 5. My number I started with tonight. That's good, because I spent a lot of those.
I say that, but we have way more resources than you do.
You do. You got a ton more resources than I do. That's right. For future chaos.
Time
That
for
is
more
right.
chaos.
Add to the chaos. Yeah. So during this time, you guys are noticing as you guys are having conversation, just kind of hanging out here, that the blackened and dead areas of the roots down here within this chamber that you guys are in are slowly starting to change. It seems that the ritual is working, but it's taking a long time. The blackened areas kind of seem to fade a little bit and get into this more kind of like rich looking natural wood color. The angular bends and cracks in some of the roots and vines that kind of seem to cling to the ceiling area of this place start to look more mended and clean, and some of the areas down here even begin to sprout like little parts of like little greenery, even some little flowers. Even though it's dark down here, it seems like the ritual magic that is going through this place is breathing new life into this tree, and it seems to be working what Hazel is doing. We're probably about halfway through the ritual at this time. As you can see, like, she's pouring all of her energy into this. And you also notice that Gazaya, her complexion is changing. Where there used to be kind of like broken branches and gnarled kind of roots kind of sticking out of her flesh, those are starting to disappear. Some of them are even falling away and falling off of her bark-like form, and you can start to see that it looks more like smooth wood on some of her like forearms, and her hand looks more feminine now than monster-like as it did in the past, with like large claws that were made of kind of root systems. They're starting to turn into more kind of look like softer hands as the ritual takes place. So it seems as if not only the ritual is helping the tree, but it's actually healing Gazaya as well. I don't know if any of you wanted to respond to that, or we could just continue on, or...
Selena would have just been taking more sketch notes. Since Hazel's eyes are closed, Selena would know, like, Hazel would want to know, like, her stuff's working and see, like, the stage and the progression in case she ever had to do it again in the future.
Okay. And when we get to that end of that ritual, the 8-hour mark, all of you are kind of like really kind of bored out of your mind and kind of reached the point where you've got like Selena has sketched so much in her sketchbook that she's like filling up giant pages. There's their most recent picture has an abominable snowman like holding Odd and like running off over a mountain into the distance.
Organa's gone through and using prestidigitation, we are all spotless. We look like brand new on the showroom floor.
Excellent.
I've been like trying to slowly bang the dents out of my plate armor.
Yes. Do you have any tools, or are you guys using like the butt end of your sword to do it, or something?
The butt end of a dagger, not my sword.
There you go.
I have
Selena has
leatherworkers
carpenter
tools. So I think between Selena and me, we've got tools that we're over at one point, all three of us trying to help for us.
Use the round end of the crowbar and start knocking the dents out. I like it.
Yeah, there's a couple pieces that I got like wedged together, and I'm just like...
Very nice. By the end of the ritual, you can see that pretty much all of the dead areas from the root system, from what you guys can see, have been completely restored. And coming from that, kind of like a pile of broken limbs, emerging from there is this beautiful dryad female coming out that you don't recognize because Gaia has completely changed. Her complexion is smooth. I mean, she still looks made of wood, but it looks kind of like, as smooth as like a kitchen or dining room table. That same kind of texture, wood texture, but smooth. Kind of like long hair that is made from very fine kind of vines that has like flowers kind of growing within the hair from her head. And she looks at Hazel, who is now probably completely exhausted from spending 8 hours on this ritual, and kneels down beside you and opens up her hand, and falling out of it, and she kind of grips it tighter, is that necklace with the acorn was attached that you handed her. I think this belongs to you.
Hazel would have opened her eyes right at the very end, and you guys would have seen, like, the whole time you would have seen, like, at the connection point between Hazel's hand and the tree, the same, like, pastel-y energy you're used to seeing from Hazel when she casts things, with a lot more green and blue, and, like, more natural, like, earthen colors, but still, like, the purple, the pink, the bright colors in there, too. So when she pulls her hand back and the last bit goes into the tree, she opens her eyes and she's like, at first like, who the heck is in front of me? But when she sees the necklace in Keziah's hand, she looks down at it, doesn't take it right away, but she looks at Keziah and goes, oh, there you are. I think that's what you're supposed to look like more often. Sorry, I don't want to sound rude. That's just a lot of...
It's not rude. She kind of snickers a little bit and kind of looks around the rest of you and looks to you, Hazels. You kept your promise.
I've historically been kind of bad about that, so I'm glad this time it worked out. I'd love it though if my mother ever comes here that you could tell her I did it one time, like I kept my promise, because she's still pissed at me. I think it's been a while, but like, moms. Hazel will take her necklace back and like we'll put it on, and we'll just kind of touch it and look up at Kazai and go, I think it would be cool if my mom came back though. And she's like holding that acorn because it's something her mom gave her. She goes, might have to arrange that somehow. I don't know how. I also I don't know how long this is gonna last. I don't know if there's something you can do to keep it thriving after we're gone, because it's supposed to last quite a while, but if at the end of that I don't know what will happen. I'll try to come back. I don't know how long we're going to be doing what we're doing, but
I can...
if I live...
I can find help here. Now that the tree has been restored for now. But I do want to give you a token of appreciation. And she holds out another hand, and she opens up her palm, and there's an interesting charm that is kind of just dangling from what looks like a piece of kind of like root twine, like could be like worn as a necklace. But I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to show everyone this. This is kind of what it looks like.
That's so pretty.
If you ever need to get back here, this will get you here.
Ooh. Directly here to you?
Yes.
Ooh. I can do that as long as I have something for this place.
This charm mechanically, I'll tell you what mechanically it does. It does transfer. It does the spell where you can transfer through plants, like teleport through plants. But it specifically comes to this tree. So it actually can go across planes.
So
but it has to come here.
Shift.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to use plane shift. But it will come to this tree. This is the target. So if you ever want to come back to Kryn,
Gonna come check on my tree.
you can use this charm, and it will bring you here.
Hazel puts it on next to her acorn and smiles at Gazaya. I'll be back. Maybe sooner than you want me back sitting here for 8 hours, but...
Well, I'll do my best to find a more permanent fix.
Good luck.
Same to you.
And then Hazel finally looks at her friends and just goes, I think my legs are asleep. I've been saying crisscross applesauce for 8 hours.
I think the rest of us
I'll
are
carry you to
asleep.
the portal.
Uppies.
What were you saying, Orkon?
I think the rest of us are asleep. It's been 8 hours we've been standing here staring at a stick.
Very important stick. Gave us shinies. Selena's gonna go behind Hazel to help her up.
There's just this
I'm
little
just like,
half like shoving.
Taking back for Hazel.
The last sketch in Selena's sketchbook seems to be portraying as if Odd was one of 3 small tabaxi in a trench coat.
Yep.
I think this is the best one, yes, quite honestly. This might be it.
This is what happened.
That'll be our first theory to explore once we get out of here.
Our first lead. We'll just ask everybody, have you seen 3 tabaxis in a coat?
So I'm presuming you guys are headed off back towards the tree that you guys originally teleported into, Kryn.
I believe it's like right outside this tree, isn't it?
Yeah, it was like 100 yards away. Not even, maybe not even that. Yeah.
Like
So
a
I guess-
minute at best.
Yeah, so you guys make your way to that, find that tree, and you're easily able to jump through the portal and return back the sigil in the sanctum. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin. That was super cool.
We
Awesome.
survived!
You survived. You put a dragon in a
Always a
box and saved a big tree.
Priorities, man.
Cost our warlock a fairly expensive material component, but it worked.
We'll worry
What-
about that next week.
Well, good job.
We're back in
everybody.
Sigil now, so we can go shopping and get Selena a short bow so she can fire off multiple shots.
It worked with your hand crossbow. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh wait, she's got the crossbow expert. That's right.
Yeah, she was able to fire off multiple. I mean, it was just resistant to the piercing damage, so that's what prevented it from doing a lot of damage. But yeah, well, good job, guys. Hey, you can level up.
Hooray!
Hooray! What's that make you?
Side
16.
note,
Yep.
Orcon, I have a longbow. I
Oh,
just forgot I had it.
I'm at that awkward stage in my multi-class where I don't get anything for like 3 levels before I
No.
get a huge power
Oh man.
spike. Well, technically I get something, but it's a worse version of the same inspiring leader feat that Hazel already has.
So it's better go with Hazel's.
Yeah. Mine would only
Yeah.
be for 15 temporary hit points, so I think hers goes up to 21 now.
Yeah, congratulations, level 16. Climbing that ladder, everybody. And when you guys get back, we will start kind of diving into what the interactions you guys will have with the Wizards 3 at the Sanctum whenever we return next time. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight and hanging out with us. If you were watching us on YouTube, thank you for watching. Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus, and we'll see you all next time.